It's time for Real Talk. Movies. Everyone loves them. And opinions, everyone has them. But your opinion is the one that matters. Real Talk allows you to become the film critic. So let's see if we agree on a film, or do we agree to disagree? Thanks for tuning in to Real Talk. I'm Pamela Powell. Hail Caesar opened this last weekend, and for Coen Brothers fans, this has been a long-awaited film. If you're not familiar with the box office brothers, they are responsible for cult favorites such as The Big Lebowski, as well as more mainstream hits such as Raising Arizona and Fargo. This newest collaboration stars Josh Brolin as the 1950s Hollywood fixer, and in my eyes, a complete waste of time, unless you like disjointed stories typifying that tarnished golden era of Hollywood with all its misogynistic stereotypes glorified. But that's just one woman's view. Let's see if today's guest, Brandon Milligan, agrees or disagrees with me about Hail Caesar. Brandon, thanks for joining us. I feel like I have invited you into the lioness's lair here because I just so did not like Hail Caesar.
Okay, I agree with you and I disagree with you at the same time. Personally, this movie was incredibly enjoyable for me. I can see how it was disjointed or kind of like it was rushed through the movie. I love George Clooney in this specifically because I liked that they kind of like over-glorified his stupidity and kind of like how stars were kind of like blown way out of proportion back in the day. And this is actually, as far as him being an idiot goes, this is actually the third movie in the Idiot trilogy that the Coen brothers have done. The first one being Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? The second one being Burn After Reading, where he kind of plays a similar dumb character. And this now being the third movie where he's continuing his trek on just being this ridiculous character. The thing about Coen Brothers movies is whenever you're watching them, you're not really sure what you're going to expect walking into it. I think the main basis of the story is Josh Brolin's character trying to decide what his role is in this universe.
Okay. Interesting. That's a unique take on it. I didn't get that. In fact, I went to the movie and saw it with a friend of mine, and we were boxed into the center seats. Mm-hmm. And I kept turning to her and saying, I'm sorry. And had I have been on the end seat, I think we probably would have skedaddled out of there. I wasn't hooked. And in a lot of the movies, they hook you right away.
Definitely.
I waited, and I didn't get hooked.
After the movie ended, I was like, I'm not sure what I just watched right here.
Really?
Yeah, the entire movie was just kind of a strange occurrence. And by the end of it, you're like, what exactly was the point of all of this?
There are 17 Coen Brother movies. Where would you rate this one?
It's not the best. It's not. It's definitely. Probably wouldn't even put it on their top 5.
Who would you recommend seeing this film?
Coen Brothers fans.
Okay.
It was easy for me to enjoy this movie because I love the Coen Brothers.
Okay.
And they have a very distinct writing style. So like that for me was the thing that drew me into the movie.
Would that it were so simple, trippingly.
Would that it were so simple, trippingly.
No, don't say trippingly. Say the line trippingly.
I felt that the script was pretty tight though.
Okay, and I think what you just said, you need to be a Coen Brothers fan. I also think that you need to be a film history buff. Exactly. I think those two things will allow you to enjoy the movie more. I would recommend going to see Trumbo instead.
Yeah.
Brandon, thank you very much for being on the show. I really appreciate it. That's it for another Real Talk. Join us next week when Christopher Taki joins me to talk about Deadpool. You can check out the review in today's paper to see whether or not it's the perfect Valentine's Day date movie. You might be surprised. And Brandon, that is a wrap.